Wendy, it's raining.
I know, I'm under an umbrella.
You're under an umbrella. That's a great idea.
I brought you an umbrella.
You brought me an umbrella?
Yeah, I brought you an umbrella. But we have to get up there first.
We're at Black Bear today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Wendy was singing earlier. I'm not going to do that again. But we're so glad that you're not snoring and you're visiting with us today at our Zoo EDventures. We have Wendy behind the camera.
Hi, everyone.
Steve in front of the camera. And we actually have another co-worker today. Megan is here too, so we're happy to have her with us. Do want to show you one thing before we get started is this beautiful graphic done by our team here at the park. When you come to the park, remember, although that we are open, and we've actually extended some of the numbers on weekends of how many people can come in, we are asking you to wear a mask, especially at the overlooks. So when people are gathered together, and you're not able to social distance, we're asking you to wear a mask. And I have my mask on today.
But wait, Steve. But you have the wrong bear mask on.
I do?
Because we're not talking about brown bears. You can't wear a brown bear mask to talk about black bears. You have to match your outfit to the animal.
You said that, and I brought this one. Okay. Whew.
We don't want... Yeah, there we go. Black mask for black bears.
All right. And you said that you have an umbrella up here.
Yes, I have Megan will get your umbrella for you. What? Like I was nice and brought you something, and you're giving me a weird look.
You brought me an umbrella.
Yes, of course I brought you a umbrella.
My hair is a little messy, so I'm glad you did that. I appreciate that.
Megan's gonna bring you your umbrella.
Where's the stick?
It's
head is the stick.
It's a umbrella, Steve. It's a hat umbrella, so it's a umbrella.
Your body is the stick.
I mean, you didn't.
I can't reach it.
You didn't bring your own. I brought you what I thought would work good on camera.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Flip it a little bit.
Yeah, turn.
There.
Megan, make me pretty. Megan's like, I can't make you pretty.
It's a hard request.
There we go.
Maybe?
Come on, give us some hearts, Facebook.
My hair's getting messed up more.
Yay. Look at Steve and his umbrella. See, now you're allowed to hold the Muppet.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Now we can get to educating.
Yeah, we can get to educating in my umbrella. Hat umbrella. Umbrella. Where's Ashley? Ashley, come here.
I just want to show you all. Oh, we just had a bunch of hearts.
Ashley, I need your help.
Do you like his umbrella?
No, you don't.
I would like it better if you called it a hambrella. A hambrella? Okay. Hambrella. We'll call it whatever you want.
I'm going to call it off my head in a little bit. Oh my goodness.
For Ashley.
What'd you say?
I think it's fashionable.
Fashionable, she says.
Yeah, it almost blends in with the camo.
Well, but you have this lovely little hat and whole outfit going on.
Yeah. Beautiful. Super chic.
Super chic. I love it. So we're here at Black Bear today to share some really cool information with you. It is raining, but we figured we knew you guys would be there, and we have some amazing people that will be willing to come out and do this with us. So thank you guys for being here, and Ashley, we truly thank you for being here. You've met Ashley before. Remember when you met Ashley?
She's our princess of bears.
Remember she helped us with when she did the tour of Brown Bear. Before it opened, Ashley was with us in that habitat. Remember? And
Zookeeper Week.
And Zookeeper Week. That's right. That's right. So yeah.
You just blocked that out of your memory?
Well, you know.
It's the umbrella.
See, I get to tease Ashley a little bit because she was in the education department for a while. So she's been with us for a while, so I get to tease her. She knows all about the fun that we have. You have some really cool gear.
I do. I've got some stuff with me. So we're going to be throwing some enrichment to the black bears. So I've got a bucket of things. I'm not going to throw the bucket in today.
I'm going to throw the bucket in today?
Bucket would probably sink in the water.
And you can throw it, though. You can reach it.
I can throw from here, Steve.
All right. And this is something that the zookeepers do. But guys, really? Don't do this. The zookeepers do it for enrichment purposes. Don't throw things in the animal habitats.
Yeah,
but it's kind of fun.
Especially popcorn and other things you think the animals might want to eat. They don't. They're on specialized diets.
How do I look, by the way?
You look glamorous.
Glamorous? All right.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley, let's see what we got here. We're going to let Ashley do her zookeeper thing.
You can see we are open to the public.
All these wonderful folks here during the rain.
So there's no such thing as a bad zoo day, right?
Let's see this cannon of an arm. What are you putting on there?
Ooh, put some peanut butter on there.
You're putting some peanut butter on?
Peanut butter is not something they get every day. They do get peanuts every day, but peanut butter is just an extra thing. It's an enrichment food.
Nice.
It is high in fat, so we don't give them a ton of it.
Oh, sure.
We don't want them to gain too much weight, but they do enjoy it usually.
Nice.
So
Okay.
They look very excited already.
And actually, you have met the Muppet before, right? You've met the
I
Muppet?
have met the
Yeah.
Muppet.
Want to make sure you
I
understood.
think you should put googly eyes on that.
You still want the googly eyes on the Muppet? You can tell that actually has a little bit of an education background, right? Oh, what kind of throw is that?
It was right to the bear. Oh,
Right in the water it goes.
That's all right.
And you'll get it out later?
Yeah, these float, so it's totally fine if it goes in the water.
Sweet. Oh, and the bear goes into the water. Look at that. Oh, look who's coming here. Here comes the throw. There's a toss. Somebody knows what's going on there, Ashley. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Nice throw.
thank you.
Absolutely.
I made it to the bear.
It did make it to the bear. Ah, peanut butter. High five. No, just kidding. That'd be kind of yucky. She was trying to give me a high five with peanut butter hands. Not cool. And again,
Their
Who's
names
who?
are Nova. What'd you call them?
who's who? Who's
Oh, I
who?
thought you said cuckoo, and I was like, that's not their names. Their names are Nova and Luna, which means moon and star. So this is probably Luna up top and probably Nova down here, but they're really hard to tell apart right now.
You said you use behavior. You said behavior kind of tells you who's who sometimes, right?
Yeah, so
And what's the difference between the bears and behavior?
the biggest difference between them is Nova's kind of lazy, and Luna is very not lazy.
So Nova's a little lazy. Luna's not lazy.
Exactly. And you'll
So in other words, Luna's curious.
yes, that's
And-
a better word for it. She's curious.
Got another
And
toss?
she's motivated. Whereas, as you see, Nova gave up on getting the ball out of the water. Luna has gone straight to her ball.
Yeah.
Nova's kind of lazy. Go get it.
There, she stopped that one. There you go.
I meant to do that.
You did? Well, I'm very proud of you. That was a good toss. So about how old are these guys?
These two girls are sisters.
Oh, they're sisters.
They are sisters, and they're 12 years old, so they're like getting towards middle-aged for bears. For black bears, they can live into their 30s under human care.
Oh, wow.
In the wild, they probably wouldn't live quite that long, probably closer to their 20s. So, in the wild, they would be pretty much middle-aged at this point.
So let's talk about that for a second. We've been hearing a lot of the animals do live longer under human care because of the care you guys give. Why would animals do better under human care than they would in the wild?
Well, they don't have to compete for anything, for one.
Okay, no competition.
There's, we always make sure they have an appropriate amount of food. If they're not eating enough, we have vets that will come and look at them and find
vet
out
care too, yeah.
why they're not eating those things.
Okay.
They don't have any predators here. We do our best to make sure that nothing can get to them to hurt them.
Oh, nice. Okay, that
whether
makes
that's
sense.
Other animals, or if that's, I don't know, people or something.
Sure.
Black bears are an animal that could be hunted in the wild.
Yep.
So these two girls don't have to worry about that. So
Gotcha.
they will likely live a very long, healthy life here.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, I'll let you finish up. I know you got at least one more little thing here you want to do for the bears. How cool is this, guys, that we're getting to be able to, and realizing that that the keeper's job is an all-weather thing. It's an all-weather profession.
All the weather.
They've got to be out here all the time. They got to be out here they've got to be here in the weather. She's all about it. That's so cool to see her come after the food. Yeah, Wendy, you have your hand up? What's up?
We had a digital guest ask how much they weigh.
How much do these bears weigh?
Great question.
It's a great question.
The bears, that brings up training.
Okay.
The bears are trained for all sorts of different husbandry things, which are just things that help us take better care of them.
Okay.
So I've been working with Luna on getting her to get on a scale, and I've worked with Nova in the past on scale training.
Yep.
So we were recently able to get them on a scale and get weights on there.
No kidding.
So
Congratulations.
Luna weighs, if I remember correctly, 119 kilograms. So
119 kilograms.
multiply that by, what is it, 2.2 or
2.2, I think.
4 per pound. So 230-ish,
240-ish.
something like that, yeah.
It's Monday morning. Math is not.
And then her sister Nova weighs a little more. She weighs, I believe, 136 kilograms.
Oh, she is just a little bit heavier, huh?
So she's a little heavier.
Okay.
So That's about what these girls weigh. That's pretty average size for black bears.
Sounds like it. I know the males can get a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, and depending on the location you find the black bears can also determine a little bit of how big they'll get.
Oh, okay.
The colder the climate is, the larger your animals are going to generally
Oh,
be. So think about like polar bears are really big. They live up in Alaska. Black bears up towards the north can get up to around 800 pounds.
Wow.
They do make their way, they live all the way down into like Mexico. They're going to be much smaller bears.
So they range from Alaska to Mexico?
Canada all the way down to the entire North American continent.
That's so cool.
You can pretty much find black bears.
Neat.
For the most part.
All right, Team Digital Guess, real quick. What state are black bears not found in? What state are black bears not found in? Because they're found all through North America, but there is one state that black bears are not found in. Anybody have a guess?
Can I guess?
Not yet. Not yet.
Because I haven't heard this before, but I think I have a pretty good educated guess.
There's a delay in the videoing. We have one guess, Hawaii.
Ding, ding.
Yay!
Is that what you were going to say?
My guess.
Yes.
Hawaii is the right answer.
Why is that? Because they can't swim quite that far.
Not quite that far, no.
But they're found in every other state of the Union except for Hawaii. They're found from, as Ashley told us, from Canada all the way down into Mexico, and the size is getting smaller as you go south. That is so cool. There's something else? Go ahead.
There's a word for that law, but I don't remember who it is.
Is that Allen?
I don't remember. I learned it in school, and
I think it's Allen's law.
I remember the
No,
concept,
Allen is body parts.
Oh, little body parts?
Yes.
Like little ears?
Yep. That's Allen's law. You know, I'm not sure exactly how you did, but we can look it up.
Yeah.
Now you put us on the spot.
Yeah.
Something else that they don't. This is the black bear,
Yes.
but they come in a lot of different colors.
They do.
They do, right? Megan. Here she comes. Watch this transfer, Wendy. Watch this transfer, Wendy. This is really important. Watch this transfer information.
Oh, this is old school.
We did go old school here.
It's on paper.
It is paper. But we wanted to share this with you. They come in a lot of colors. Isn't that cool? They come in so many different colors. They come in this, which is like a cinnamony type brown. They can be actually a darker color as well. This is not a brown bear. That is the cinnamon or the brown phase of the black bear. And below, down here, is the glacier or the blue phase, not the gray phase. Ashley wants to call it the gray phase.
I don't like calling gray things blue. I don't think
Look at this.
We all have problems. He's like, is there anything else in there?
Was that cool to see? You see him stand? See her stand up? It's so much fun. So we have.
Here, you come over here and do.
Yeah, let's do that this way.
Look at both of you.
So here's the colors again. This guy is so cool. Brown phase, glacier phase, and this is really pretty. When I was lucky enough to live in Alaska, we had a glacier blue. They call it a glacier bear. They call it a blue bear, glacier blue, and it is really like this. But there's just white kind of interspersed in the black, giving it that bluish or gray appearance. So cinnamon or brown. They have this glacier phase. They also have this amazing white.
What?
This is not an albino bear. It's called.
Now, how do you tell an albino bear versus this?
Great question. Albinos they don't have any color at all.
So like their eyes
are blue or clear, or sometimes even red. You'll see that red. In a true albino, you'll see red eyes because there's no color in the eye. So albino is a lack of color pigment totally. If the eyes are a little bit different color, fancy science word, that's leucistic. Leucistic. There's an L at the beginning of that. That means that they're a white phase of an animal, but they still have some colors, maybe in their eye. Maybe you see some very light markings along the body. So that's the difference between albino and this white phase. This is the Kermode bear or the spirit bear of primarily British Columbia, Canada. They're found off the coast of British Columbia, on some of the islands in Canada, very far western part of Canada. And you can see down here, I put this picture here, so you can see they come in different, you can have different color phases in the same litter.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that neat? So just like the Arctic fox comes in that white and changes color and comes into a blue phase as well, these guys, I don't know if I'm being really too loud, I can't tell. These guys can do the same thing. Now, all that being said, it's like, well, how do I tell the difference? Look at the snout. Look at the snout color. It is almost always a tannish brown.
Oh, yeah. I guess I never paid attention to that.
Well, that's why you're here.
I like to learn.
We do what we can for you. So although they come in all these different color phases, that tannish snout is a dead giveaway. And if you're in North America, a good chance that you're a black bear. Megan, would you mind? Thank you so much. Some really cool stuff. Real quick question, Ashley. Hibernation.
Yes.
Such a weird term.
Yes.
Because some animals do, some animals don't. There's some other things called like a dormancy, and there's something called torpor, all these other words. These guys don't technically hibernate, right? They go through that winter torpor, that winter dormancy period.
Right. And
So,
then,
go ahead.
depending on their location across the U.S. will determine if they actually hibernate at all.
That's an amazing point, and so important to hear. If you guys didn't hear what she said, some of the bears do not hibernate at all. A lot of hibernation, the cue, the reason, the kind of the stimulus to go into hibernation is something called energetics. And it's something that's being learned a lot lately. Energetics. If it costs me more energy to find food than I get from the food, I need to go to sleep.
That makes sense.
So if it takes more energy to find the food than I'm getting from it, I might as well crash out for the wintertime. Sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Yeah. I would love to do that. I think that would be great.
Because think about it in the winter, guys, because winter's coming. Winter's coming. I love the winter. I can't wait for winter to be here.
Yes.
But what can you do in the winter? You can either deal with it. She said no. You can sleep through it, right? Or you can leave.
Yeah.
Those are the three things you can do in winter. Sleep through it, leave, or deal with it. A lot of animals in North Carolina deal with the winter. You have squirrels, for example, swimming in the water. That's awesome. I'll tell you guys, I've been at the zoo for many, many years now. I have never seen the black bear swimming in the water. I've seen them in the small pools. I've never seen the bear swimming in the pool. That is so cool to see, Ashley.
We do occasionally see them in the water, just like this.
Yeah.
There's no food in the water at this point. I will occasionally throw food in the water to try to encourage
To get them,
them
yeah, sure.
to get in the water, especially when it's really hot, to pull them off. But look at her go.
Yep, that's awesome.
She's so cute.
So you can use, so this is another habitat. So we've talked about energetics and hibernation. Just want to make sure that you understand, guys, these guys don't always go through hibernation. Do these guys sleep through the winter?
Our girls do not sleep through the winter.
Because they have the food.
Right.
They have options to eat the food.
It doesn't get that cold here
Sure.
typically. The further out west you go in North Carolina in the mountains,
Yep.
like at the Western North Carolina Nature Center Day of Fairs, their bears do hibernate.
Oh, really?
part of
That
the
far
winter.
north and in elevation too, I guess.
Right.
So those two things.
Yeah, they get
Make it colder.
It's a lot colder there.
Yeah.
So their bears will hibernate, ours will not, and we do offer them food throughout the year. So.
Sure. And that's perfectly healthy. It's perfectly fine. Nobody's getting impacted by that because it's just
Right.
what part of the routine.
Yep.
So and then in those true hibernators, guys, just real quick to kind of wrap that one up. The true hibernators, the body temperature falls really, really low, and the metabolism falls really, really low. Heart rate stops or slows down. Breathing rates slow down. That is not the case in the black bear. The temperature, the body temperature doesn't really plummet, and neither does that metabolic rate. Neither does heart rate, for example. So they're not true hibernators, but yeah, they do sleep through the winter. It's more of a torpor, more of a winter dormancy, a winter sleep, than a true hibernation.
They're their attention is on keeper Ashley.
They are paying attention to Ashley. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
If I was throwing treats, people would pay attention to me too.
What are you going to do with winter, Wendy? How are you going to handle winter this year? Are you going to deal with it? Are you going to sleep? Or are you going to leave?
I am going to deal with it and sleep.
Do we get that option? Do I get to choose to just sleep through the winter?
Well, you know.
So
We
basically, more of a tour.
We can work with Keeper Lasher. We can talk to Keeper Lasher and see what. I bet he says no.
Steve and I come from cold places, so we don't
Yes.
mind. I'm from Colorado. I love the winter.
Yeah, and I do too. I love
the cold, but I like to sleep in the cold.
Yes.
I like to be
Oh,
cozy in my bed. Have my dog.
digital guests, just for fun. What's your favorite season? Why not?
Yeah.
What's your favorite season? Just curious. Why not? Why not ask? What is your favorite season? I'm a fall, winter. I'm a winter, then fall, spring, and then summer.
I'm a fall, spring, winter, summer.
Fall, spring, winter, summer. Keeper Ashley?
Yeah, I think that's about right. I feel like
Fall,
it's
spring.
winter. I really love winter, but I don't like being totally frozen.
Oh,
I
that's fair
like
enough.
the opportunity to get warm.
It's hard when you work outside. As zookeepers, they are outside in all temperatures.
And
so
it's a
when
bless
you
your heart
work
moment.
outside, that's very difficult. But when you're just going from your car to the store,
Yeah.
that's a different kind
Not
of
bad, bad. Megan, what are you? What's your favorite seasons? Since you're here with us, what's your favorite season? That's a great answer.
Yeah,
What's your favorite season?
I've never really had one. I guess I like spring and summer.
Spring and summer. That's fair. We'll keep you around even though you like spring and summer.
I'm not big on cold weather.
Oh, really?
When I get cold, I can't warm up.
Oh, some people are that way for sure. But since you're here today, and thank you so much for being here. I wanted to come and say hi.
Hi.
So black bears, amazing animals. Look at this claw. I have a claw of a black bear. Now, it's not real.
Why did you take Steve?
I didn't take somebody. It's not real, Ashley.
Nice.
Ashley.
Those.
It's not real.
Look at that. That's a beautiful claw.
Isn't that a nice claw?
It is.
That's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to
Yep.
be.
If it was a grizzly bear or a brown bear claw, it'd be as long as my fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to. Is when I think of bear claws, I think of big
Yeah,
claws.
for sure.
Yeah, so black bears, their claws are more adapted for like climbing, whereas something like a grizzly bear is more adapted for digging and tearing things apart.
Gotcha.
Not to say that these girls don't, but grizzly bears aren't really climbers.
No.
Under the right circumstances, they can get up a tree if they have to,
Okay.
but these bears are much more adapted to climbing with those shorter, sharper claws.
Yeah, and it does a little bit of everything for them too. They can tear open stuff.
Yeah.
They can get to grubs. They can get to bugs.
She's trying to get a little peek over the edge, it looks like.
So cute. Little Buddha bear.
That is so cute. Good stuff. So yeah, so I just kind of be fun to see that that we've seen this before. We talked about the difference in claws, shapes, and sizes, where the grizzly's much bigger and the polar bear is kind of the same shape, but it's much more thick. It's much more burly of a claw.
Big chunky claws for traction on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. What do black bears eat, digital guests? Digital guests, what do black bears eat? I hope some of you told us your favorite season.
We had a digital guest say when they think of bear claws, they think of pastries.
No, who's saying bear claws? That's funny. How nice that was Ashley. Was that for Keeper Ashley to come out and visit with us for a little bit?
They stole her back. They need
Yep.
her for keeper duties.
Well, we got really lucky to have her for as long as we did, so we truly appreciate
I
that
bet
from
the bears start to ignore
Keeper
us.
Ashley. I bet they do too. From Keeper Ashley and Keeper Chris. Keeper Chris Lasher was there with us. Oh, thank you, Wendy.
He's already looking for her. She's already looking for her. Both of them already are like, wait a minute, where'd she go? They hear her, I think, in the
I
back.
had something to talk about, and the bears just left.
There you go. They hear the keepers in the back in their night quarters.
They do kind of. You gotta get put in your place. When the
Yeah.
keeper leaves, you realize that you're an educator.
You're not very important. Keepers are the rock
They
stars.
are the rock stars. Aren't they the rock stars though? Seriously. The keepers are amazing here. All the duties, all the weather, all the seasons. Man, it's amazing. We have an amazing team here at the North Carolina Zoo.
We have a few answers to your question.
Oh, we do? What we got?
I had berry, bark, and insects.
Berry, bark, and insects. Okay, that covers a good gamut.
Honey,
Oh, thanks.
berries.
Oh, food. Sorry.
berries,
Berries.
huckleberries,
Okay.
and then
So a lot of
That's it
vegetation.
so far, yeah.
A lot of vegetation.
Some good guesses.
Some awesome guesses and some correct guesses, which is the best. You can add meat to that. So we know that they're eating all those berries. We can add meat to that as well. So what does that make them?
Whoa,
Fancy science word.
These guys will know.
Yeah, they will. It's not even really a fair question.
I know.
My umbrella,
Yeah.
it's moving around on my head. How do I look, by the way? Has anybody made any comments?
I think it's awesome. I think you could wear this to the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
You know, wear your hat. I mean, it's awesome.
That's amazing. I love it. This is the skull of a black bear. You can see it's really not that big.
Oh, omnivore.
There you go.
Thank
Nice
you, Dan.
job. Who was it?
Dan Walker.
Thanks, Dan. So yeah, so this is the skull of a black bear. You can see it's not very big. Keeper actually told us that they weigh right around 250-ish pounds, plus or minus. Males can get heavier than that. So they're not these really big, robust bears, and the skull kind of shows us that. This is called a fancy science word, but I want to mention it real quick. This is a sagittal crest. This is where muscles attach to the skull. Right here, muscles would attach, so it gives it that kind of more of a roundish look. And that's what enables these jaws to crush and tear and open things up. But if I open his mouth up, you can definitely see the killing teeth. Where are you, Wendy? You've got the killing teeth, so they are hunters. And these cutting teeth up front to get to pieces, but this gives him away as an omnivore. Cutting, killing canines. These are those grinding molars. I'm going to grind that food up. I'm going to put it in and going to chew it up. Unlike a cat who doesn't have those. Remember the cougar skull we saw? The cougar skull had the more cutting teeth. Those carnassials. Fancy side word, I know. But these guys have those true molars. Like us. You have them. I got them. Back here, they're grinding the food up. And that's one of the ways we can tell this is classified as an omnivore. Cutting and killing teeth up here. Grinding teeth back there. Megan, may I give that to you? Thank you. You've been awesome today. Take the muppet away from you so you don't have to continue holding that as well. Hello, bear. As Keeper Ashley told us, they're a little bit more difficult to tell apart. Who? Since this one's up here, being a little bit more curious, let's go with this one being Luna. That means back in the back is Nova, being a little bit more calm, a little more laid back, a little more sedate, a little more chilled out. Isn't that amazing that keepers can tell apart their animals based on that behavior? Do you guys have any pets at home you can do that with? Do you have pets at home you can kind of tell based on the behavior? Now, they might look very different. But can you say that pet A is this and pet B is that? I bet you can. That's kind of neat to realize that we can make those deductions. We can look at our animals and say, you know what, that's kind of cool. The animals are going to live in that style, in that way. Really cool stuff. We try to talk a little bit about how these animals benefit their environment sometimes. And these guys do a really kind of neat thing. We've learned about this in a couple of other animals as well. As omnivores, they're eating berries and fruits, things along those lines. And when they defecate it out, when they poop that out, they're actually dispersing those seeds throughout their habitat. So they are kind of keeping the ecosystems, those habitats that they live in, with all those other animals, with all the other plant material. They're kind of planting those seeds in their feces. It's a great shot of that tan muzzle too, kind of changing directions right quick. 5 toes.
That's something I'm always going to notice now. No matter what color phase they are, they always have that tan muzzle.
The tan muzzle?
Yeah.
Good. That's awesome. Really neat animals. I don't know, Wendy, if our digital guests are able to come out to the park. Remember, we are open. The weekend numbers are elevated now, so we're having more people come in. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but I think it's 2,700. I don't think we're quite to 3,000 on weekends yet. But you can come up to the black bear habitat. Remember to wear that mask at the overlooks where you cannot socially distance. You can't physically distance, so make sure you wear that mask. But if you come to black bear, I don't know if you're able to see in that back corner, Wendy. I've seen a couple times. You might see other animals back there. We do have animals at other places in the park. That's an off exhibit space for our red wolves.
And then sometimes they'll see the elk.
You'll see the elk come through. Yep.
Or bison.
Yep. So this is kind of a neat habitat because you can see a lot of other things going on in here. And what's going on at the park.
We do have the donation button up.
Oh, sweet.
We have gotten a $10 donation so far today. Thank you.
That's awesome. That gets us, because we haven't put it up lately. That puts us about $17 away from $4,000 from you guys. So thank you so much for the $10 donation. We appreciate that. Because we were $27 and we haven't had it up for a while. We were $27 away, so now we're $17 away from $4,000 from you guys, and we can't thank you enough for being able to share that donation with us, especially at this challenging time for so many people.
And before we get to our craft, and while the bears are not really that visible right now, we might as well tell them about what's coming up in the next 2 weeks.
Thank you very much. I will do that for sure. So on Wednesday is our new seabird habitat.
Behind
behind
the scenes.
And actually behind and in the scenes.
Yeah, we get to go in.
Yes.
We get to be the bird, basically.
I got to do something I've never done before in that habitat. That was really exciting. So thanks for that one. I'm going to give a little shout out to Keeper Bendini, a little pre-shout out to Keeper Bendini for letting us do that.
And it involved a special outfit that we both got to wear.
It does.
So if you like to see us embarrass ourselves a little bit, you definitely want to tune in because it involves outfits.
It does involve a nice outfit. So that's Wednesday. So tune in at 10 o'clock for your zoo adventure on Wednesday with Wendy and myself. And while some of the people are answering questions, we're always there with you. We'll be answering those questions live. Monday is Labor Day. We will not be live Monday.
But we'll have a little something for them
at 10 o'clock.
We have a little something for you.
So if you tune in at 10, you will see a little something from Wendy and myself. Even then, the following Wednesday, I know I'm going far out, but I want you to hear this live from us. The following Wednesday, so the Wednesday after Labor Day, we got to go with the zookeepers on the Watani Grasslands morning routine.
And we got to be a zookeeper.
It was so much fun.
Minus the poop.
We didn't have to do any of the cleaning. So the zookeepers were kind enough to let us go around on their morning routine to see what they do. We're going behind the scenes for a little bit of that as well.
There may or may not be baby rhinos in this one.
Oh, well, that might be a fair plug.
We decided since, we needed to follow up a holiday with something pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we saved this one for you guys, so you definitely want to tune into that one.
You really do. It's really exciting. So we got to see and hear and talk to the keepers. What do you do for this 40-acre habitat? How do you get ready for the morning? And they were so kind enough to let us go around with them that entire day. The entire morning, I should say. We weren't there the whole day. Nobody wants us there that long.
I know, we tried, but they were like, we do need to get back to work, people.
Yep. I just think I just got Wendy with my umbrella. Sorry. Have a craft. You got somebody curious back there, standing up.
Yes.
That is so much fun. I see that happens once in a blue bear. See, because it's rare. It's rare.
And a
blue
Luna.
Bear, blue Luna. Oh, there you go, blue. You had that one. I can't even take credit for that.
No.
I didn't write it or anything. How y'all doing today?
Yeah, go ahead. You're more than
Come on up.
We'll go this way.
Look at this.
It's made out of a cereal box, Steve.
Really?
A game out of a cereal box.
How cool is that? Megan, were there little stuffy thingies in there? So here's the activity. The idea is to throw things in there. So Megan's going to hold this.
She made us some yarn balls, but I'm sure some people at home have kids or little cat toys like you might be.
She made these?
She made those. Now,
Nikki.
Steve, you're getting in the pitcher stance. It's not a pitching game, Steve.
I'm sorry, what?
It's not a pitching game. It's like a tossing game.
Oh, just.
Why don't you get
Just
just toss it into the bear's mouth. Yeah.
Nah.
Wow. Yeah. Yay!
Bend down. All right. So that information, I'm sure, is on the page. Is on the craft. Is on the page now.
You get to
Oh, look how easy that is to
you
make.
get to feed the bears at home.
Oh, love it. I wonder what they're eating. What can we call those little fuzzy things? They're little fuzzy things.
Fuzzy things.
Fuzzy things.
Berries.
Berries. Megan, you're part of the team now. Wow. How much fun was that? It was awesome to meet Keeper Ashley here at the North Carolina Zoo's black bear habitat. She pitched them some neat enrichment. Remember, enrichment, we're encouraging animals to do what they would do in their natural settings. So encouraging that sense of smell, a sense of wonder, sense of solving problems. So the bears had to get in the water. We saw some amazing footage from Wendy with the bears. Saw them standing up. We learned a little bit about hibernation, that these guys don't technically hibernate. And we went a little bit deeper into being omnivores, eating a little bit of everything, and the role that they play in their habitat, in their ecosystem, which is to defecate or poop out those seeds. Kind of neat. So from Wendy behind the camera, Steve in front, we thank you guys so much. We had, again, help from Megan and Keeper Ashley today. Zoo Adventures, Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. Wednesday, Seabird. Monday, Labor Day, but something special. The following Wednesday, Watani Grasslands morning routine. You don't want to miss that. The zoo is open. Come and visit when you get a chance. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, y'all.